Fans going crazy at Mahtomedi High School tonight, ready to go for this big game. Columbia Heights with the ball. Tony Madeline knocks it loose. Big fumble, and Mahtomedi recovers. Trevor Dimon picks it up, and it sets up a touchdown. They led at this point 21-0. Later second quarter, watch number 4. The sophomore getting his first start, Mike Lofboom, bobbles it, but then scores the touchdown, 28-0. The Highlanders, late second quarter, Jason Wilsey, great pass into your living room to Chris Zidon, 26 yards, 28-7 at this point. In the second half, it's Lofboom, and watch this run. 24 carries, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. This one covers 20 yards, and Mahtomedi in front, 35-7. The Highlanders get another touchdown pass from Wilsey, but it's not enough tonight. 35-20 the final. Mahtomedi wins to remain unbeaten in the Metro Alliance. And let's hear from Mike Lofboom, who made his first start as a sophomore.
I was a little nervous at first, but I don't know, it turned out to be okay. My line did a great job, helped me out big time. So I give thanks to them, thanks to the whole offense.
Great preparation. The kids have been working really hard. We got a mesh going this past week where everything's I think clicking right now. We got some kids back from injuries. We're a little dinged up, but those kids are coming back. They're playing a little bit more. We're ready.
Big win for Mahtomedi. How about this tonight? Benilde-St. Margaret's in white, upsetting the 4th-ranked Orono Spartans. Corey Hibbard, big run. This sets up the only touchdown of the night. And watch Hibbard on this play. He takes it, cuts it back the other way. It's a 35-yard TD run. Benilde-St. Margaret's took a safety, giving Orono their only points of the night. And the Red Knights defense comes up big. Watch the tip pass, and Luke Dugan, the interception, number 7, picks it off. Final 6-2 Benilde shocks Orono tonight, so Benilde beats Orono 6-2. Number 2 ranked Delano, number 3 rated St. Michael Albertville. Zach Johnson for Delano, 25, nice run inside to the 5-yard line, sets up a touchdown. The quarterback, Adam Johnson, no relation, keeps it, and Delano's in front at this point. St. Michael's had to work hard to get back into this game. Ryan Zachman will score on a 17-yard run. He had 26 carries for 173 yards, but it wasn't enough tonight. St. Michael had a last chance to get themselves in this game, but Delano will knock the ball away and survive. 21-14, big win tonight for Delano on the road at St. Michael Albertville. Big game for both teams, and number 21, Jim Diffley, gets Blaine off to a good start. 50-yard touchdown run in the 4th quarter, puts Blaine ahead 28-20 at this point, and it's a big run. But Coon Rapids would come back. John Hendricks takes the handoff down the long sideline away from the camera, 66 yards for the score. It pulled Coon Rapids within 2 at 28-26. So naturally, they go for the 2-point conversion. Jamal Alkins, however, trying to pass the ball, is sacked. The conversion fails. 10 seconds left, down by 2. A field goal try of 43 yards comes up short, and Coon Rapids loses a tough one, 28-26 to Blaine tonight. Elk River hosting Anoka tonight. Watch Elk River running back Chase Boudreau. Boudry, a nice handoff, takes it 19 yards for the touchdown, and it's 7-0 at this point. Still in the first quarter, Elk River's quarterback rolls left, finds a wide open Jason Doherty in the end zone, and Elk River up 14-0 at this point. Anoka would try to come back. Charlie Hallenbach drops and hits Eric Schmidt, 40-yard score, but it's not enough. 28-14, Elk River winning tonight against Anoka. The number 1 rated team in Class 5A's Eden Prairie. Their defense smothering Jefferson tonight. A fumble didn't help the quarterback on that sack. The Eagles' offense has sputtered at times, but imagine trying to tackle Mark Lavore when he's playing fullback. The tight end weighs 307. The Eagles scored late first half. John Schemmel, easy run. 31-zip the final. That's 37 straight wins in the late conference for Eden Prairie. How about this one tonight? North St. Paul against St. Thomas Academy. North up 19-13. Cadets on the move. And then Matt Mitchell takes it 91 yards for the touchdown. And the Cadets go up 20-19. North St. Paul would come back. Neil Cooper had a real nice night for North St. Paul. Watch this 40-yard touchdown run, and it puts the Polars back on top 25-20. This game seesawed back and forth. St. Thomas scored again. North St. Paul scored again, and an upset. 31-28. North St. Paul beats the number 3 rated team in Class 4A. Tartan hosting Woodbury. Titans having a hard time getting their offense going tonight. Woodbury takes over on downs. First quarter, Eric Olson, play action, gives the ball to Matt Glum, and he goes in for a 23-yard touchdown run, and it's 7-0, or pass rather, 7-0 Woodbury on top. Second quarter, Olson pitching out now to Mark Junt, and he'll go 75 yards for the score. And Woodbury, who's struggled at times this year, beats Tartan on the road 14-7 final tonight. Hutchinson, the number 2 rated team in 4A, blowing out Shakopee tonight. Number 4, Robbie Glidden, scores in this long touchdown run. Shakopee hasn't beaten Hutchinson in, well, maybe 20 years or so. They just couldn't stop the Tigers tonight. Again, watch the run coming up by number 4. It's Robbie again, right up the middle. Hutchinson now 6-0 on the season, a 48-7 win on the road. They play Holy Angels next week, and that should be for the Minnesota title. Number 1 ranked Totino Grace in Class 4A beat up on Centennial tonight. Mike Brink, 43-yard strike. Sean Smith down to the Cougar 15-yard line. It sets up a touchdown run by Zach Groen, 5 yards out, and that made it 7-0 Totino Grace. As we find him, there he is. As he, well, there's a face mask, but he gets into the end zone. Later on, second quarter, Groen again, 4 yards off left tackle, 14-0 at this point. Final 28-0 Totino Grace, and they win. They're number 1 rated in Class 4A.
Can't think of a better setting than Cambridge for high school football.
Let's go, let's go.
Can't think of a better coach than George Larson. Looking for win number 301 tonight against Spring Lake Park.
1, 2, ready, and.
Can't think of a better showcase than homecoming.
Coffee and a popcorn.
Can't think of better football weather than this.
Hi.
Cold and crisp.
So what temperature do you think it is right now?
About 20.
About 20?
Negative 20.
Obviously, you come well prepared.
Well, we didn't want to sit and freeze to death while we watch them win.
How many layers you got?
Shirts that have wind shirts inside,
All right.
stuff like that. And then we run a lot.
It sure takes a while for these teams to warm up. Tommy Anderstrom with a nice gainer for Spring Lake Park. But this is a defensive duel. The only score of the first half is this Ryan Callahan field goal. Cambridge-Isanti up 3-0. The temperature 3 below 0.
Let's find out the psyche of these guys. They must be crazy. How do you feel right now?
Fine.
Really?
I mean, I don't know.
Now, I figure somebody like you that would dress like shirtless at a game in this weather would be a little bit, wilder.
The Cambridge fans are soon silenced by Kevin Nelson. The senior running back runs wild in the second half. This one setting up the game's first score. Tommy Anderstrom to Billy Porter, 7-3 Spring Lake Park. The Panthers aren't through. Kevin Nelson in from 4 yards out, and Spring Lake Park heats up.
We wrote up on the board a list of reasons that we want to win this game. Conference title on the line, possibility of winning the conference, section, possibility of being a top seed. Perkins is here at the game, exactly. So all those things play into it, and the guys responded in the second half.
Homecoming's all but ruined when Kevin Nelson gets in the end zone again. 28-3, Spring Lake Park.
There's no way they could stop us if we did everything right, and we went out and did everything right and produced.
George Larson's troops show some character by making a game of it. Adam Johnson to Lee Molitor, but it's too little too late. Spring Lake Park 5-1 on the year with a 28-23 victory.
Coming into Cambridge is like it's a hostile environment. All the little kids yelling at you when you come in. So we had our hands full, but I think we responded good coming out in the second half.
I think it's snowing right now.
It is. I was telling the ref. I was like, hey, it's snowing. I was like, it's kind of neat.
It really is snowing. I wasn't lying, Randy.
For the Prep Sports Extra, Eric Perkins, KARE 11 Sports.
Look who's at the game tonight. Viking quarterback Dante Culpepper there to watch Holy Angels receiver Larry Fitzgerald, who works as a ball boy at Viking camp. Hutch scores first. Adam Caping, short TD run, 2-point conversion, 8-0. Here's why Culpepper was there. Watch the pass, John Stocco to Larry Fitzgerald. The All-State receiver scores on the TD. It's 8-6 Hutchinson at this point. But after that, the ground game takes over. Matt Thody, number 13, scores from 20 yards out. Tigers up 21-6. And then Caping puts the game away. Watch this. The pitch out, and he's gone. 80 yards on the touchdown. Hutchinson wins big over Holy Angels, 41-21 the final. They're undefeated at 7-0, and let's hear from the winners.
Fitzgerald and Stockwell, they're great two players. I mean, we keyed on them too. That was our goal, to stop them too. And I mean, they hooked up one time and got a touchdown, but otherwise we stopped them.
Next game, no letdowns. You got New Prague at home, no letdowns. It's great to be conference champs.
Orono hosting Mahtomedi. Adam Sorensen takes the handoff up the middle, 18 yards, down to the 1 yard line. It sets up a touchdown for the Spartans. Andy Keating, the quarterback, sneaks it in, 7-0 Orono. Watch the great defense now. Pat Beckdahl strips Brian Stanek, and Orono recovers the fumble. It leads to another Keating sneak, and they beat Mahtomedi 28-21 the final. That sets up a great game at Benilde tonight because Columbia Heights still has a chance. So does Benilde to win the conference. Quarterback Jason Wilsey to number 89. Eric Bornington, touchdown pass. Highlanders lead Red Knights 13-12. Benilde retakes the lead. Luke Dugan to Joey Burns. 40 yards on the touchdown pass. Look at Burns break the tackles. He goes all the way for the touchdown. He also had an interception tonight. And now a two-point conversion. Benilde up 20-13. Wilsey comes back to Steve Sorensen. Watch him cut back against the grain. This tied the game at 20 late in the fourth quarter. Benilde would come back. It's Dugan to Burns again. Nice pass covering 24 yards, and that sets up the winning touchdown. Less than a minute to go. Luke Dugan on the option keeps it, and Benilde-St. Margaret's, if they win next week over Mahtomedi, they'll win the conference for the first time ever. 26-20 the final. Classic Lake Showdown at Wayzata Friday night. Trojans trailing Armstrong 21-17, 4th and 9. Jeremy Faw with a screen pass in the touchdown, and it's 24-21 Trojans. The Falcons got a great effort out of Joe Tungan, who figured in all their scoring, but on 4th and 15 with the game on the line, the running throw to Justin Pomerleau falls incomplete. Wayzata gets the ball back, and from there, Marion Barber III takes over. He had 2 touchdowns tonight, 123 yards on the ground. Smallwood, 205 yards and 35 carries. Wayzata wins 31-21. They claim the Classic Lake Conference title. Tim McNiff was there after the game.
I thought we played really well on both sides of the ball, but they kept making big plays, you know, a kickoff return, a halfback pass. We gave them a short field, and they turned it into a touchdown. And that quarterback was really tough for us, that Tungan. So it was a good win for us. We were very excited by the win.
Otis and Marion are 2 of the best high school running backs I've ever seen. I mean, they cut, they are strong, they keep running. They're just impossible to tackle, in my opinion.
Explain to me what you feel when I say Classic Lake Conference champions.
I feel elated. I mean, we lost. I mean, our freshman and sophomore years, we weren't too hot. Everybody pretty much counted us out, but we came in back in 6-0 in the conference. That's what our goal was.
We worked towards this all year, and now we got to look, you know, for bigger things and, you know, keep that attitude.
Is this team capable of bigger things?
Yes, I believe so. As long as we work, you know, day in and day out in practice, I think we're going to be successful.
In Hastings, they even line up outside Todd Field.
Oh, you betcha. I graduated from Hastings.
Standing room only, but only one will be left standing. It's a tight conference race.
There's a lot of parity in it. When you take a look at the last few years, you know, we've had some good representation going to state, but this year everybody's got a chance, and that's what the conference wants, and that's what they got.
Any special message to the Care 11 viewers here tonight?
Just that Hastings is the bomb. But it's, yeah, all right.
That's it, folks. Hastings is the bomb, and let's see it in action.
Like Travis Kiefer, wasting no time in putting the home team up. Kiefer's 56-yard TD puts Hastings in the lead, 6-0.
I'm looking for an adjective to properly describe what's happening here. So awesome.
Next possession, it's Kiefer on special teams, and this is special. He takes it to the 4-yard line, and that's where Travis Kiefer takes it in again to put the Raiders up 12-0.
If you had to use an adjective to describe Hastings, give me one adjective. That's pretty good right there. I'm thinking.
Still first quarter, Polar's rebound. Mike Van Lowe off the double handoff. He outsprints the Raiders defense, and North St. Paul cuts into the lead 12-6. But Ross Hansberger breaks a big one following his powerful offensive line. It's a 47-yard TD, and Hastings is up 20-6.
We set the tempo on the first few drives, just pounded to him, went to our old stuff, old bread and butter plays, and we just took it to him.
Before the half ends, guess who again? Travis Kiefer. It's his third of the half, and Hastings is cruising 34-6.
This is Travis Kiefer's girlfriend right here. How would you describe him in one word?
Muscular.
Muscular.
Coming into this week, we knew what we had to do. We know what jobs we had to get done. I think our linemen did a really, really good job blocking, which makes my job a lot easier.
Before it's all said and done, Travis Kiefer strikes again. Hastings wins 41-14. You can call them conference champs.
Our kids did just an outstanding job. They really played well from the get-go and continued on to the very end. We just couldn't be more proud of a bunch of guys.
In Hastings for the Prep Sports Extra, Eric Perkins, KARE 11 Sports.
Thanks very much, Eric. Tartan, Henry Sibley tonight. Dan Maurer with a throw to the sidelines. Jonathan Weston with a great catch. Gets in for the touchdown, and Tartan takes a 28-3 lead over the host team tonight. Henry Sibley, however, doesn't give up. Christopher Hughes will catch the quick pass, and he'll dive in for the touchdowns. Here it is right here, but it's not enough. Tartan wins it tonight. Final score, 28-9. Highland Park in the St. Paul City against Creighton-Durham Hall tonight. And a good look at the field as they get ready to go. And Cretin's Rashawn Powers gone on the first play, 67 yards for the touchdown. He had 4 touchdowns tonight, 12 carries, 352 yards on the ground. Raider quarterback Joe Maurer finds a touchdown strike here. Cretin cruises. They're undefeated, but they play at Wayzata next Wednesday night, 41-13 final. Lake Conference tonight, Eagan and Kennedy. First, a big night for the fullback, Jason Good, 7-yard TD run, 247 yards and 3 touchdowns for Jason tonight. Kennedy quarterback Marcus Levesser, his team coming into the game with a 4-2 record, picked off by Jordan Wilkie of Eagan, and it sets up a touchdown for the Wildcats, who are having a great season other than that loss to Eden Prairie. The fake field goal, I love this play. Nick Ensley on the receiving pass from Jason Good, and they win it 35-13. Eagan now 6-1 heading into the final game of the regular season. Eastview at Burnsville. And the star of the game was Eastview quarterback Kyle Krivoruchka. Hits Nate Johnson, 30-yard TD strike, and the Lightning are ahead, and lightning indeed. 9-yard TD run, 21 zip in the third quarter, thanks to the pass, and then this run for the touchdown. And they extended the lead to 27-7. Aaron Stender short TD touchdown. A flea flicker coming up by Burnsville. Chris Blanchett to Matt Fredrickson, 35 yards on the nice dipsy doodle here, 27-14 at this point. Great catch, but Krivoruchka was too much tonight. Watch the 24-yard scoring strike to Billy Grogg, 35-14 Eastview. The Lightning now 5-2 overall.